Welcome to this video on syllogisms and logical fallacies. We will explore how a syllogism acts as the blueprint for an argument, and a logical fallacy is the flaw that breaks that structure or reasoning. A syllogism is a form of deductive reasoning, following a rigid three-part structure to draw a conclusion from two premises. For an argument to be sound, the conclusion must logically follow from the premises, and the premises themselves must be true. The structure consists of a major premise, a general rule, and a minor premise, a specific instance relating to the major rule. Combining these two logically yields the conclusion. A logical fallacy is an error in reasoning that makes an argument invalid. Formal fallacies involve a flawed structure, while informal fallacies concern flawed content or context. Key differences. A syllogism proves a conclusion with a strict three-part structure to achieve validity. A logical fallacy is an error that invalidates a conclusion, can be any length, and often lacks a logical connection. One common formal fallacy is the undistributed middle, where the link between the two premises, the middle term, is not specific enough to justify the conclusion. For example, knowing all sharks and all salmon are fish does not mean salmon are sharks. Think of a syllogism as a vehicle for a logical argument, and a logical fallacy as a pothole or mechanical failure. A fallacious syllogism looks like a valid argument but is broken, while a syllogistic fallacy cannot be logically sound. To construct valid arguments and avoid formal fallacies, we must understand the 6 essential rules of syllogisms. Breaking any of these rules leads to a specific formal fallacy. Rule 1 is the rule of 3 terms. A valid syllogism must have exactly 3 terms: the major, minor, and middle, used consistently. The fallacy of 4 terms occurs when one word shifts in meaning, invalidating the argument. Rule 2 is the distribution of the middle term. The middle term must be distributed at least once, meaning it must refer to all members of its category in at least one premise. The undistributed middle fallacy occurs when this rule is broken. Rules 3 to 6 provide additional safeguards. They cover distribution in the conclusion, avoiding 2 negative premises, matching the quality of the conclusion to the premises, and the existential rule regarding universal and particular conclusions. In summary, the 6 rules prevent specific fallacies: fallacy of 4 terms, undistributed middle, illicit major/minor, exclusive premises, mismatched quality, and the existential fallacy. Now, let's sharpen your logic detector by examining 3 arguments and identifying which ones are valid and which commit a fallacy based on the rules we've discussed. Use these 3 essential questions to quickly check an argument's validity. Is the middle term distributed? Are there 2 negative premises? Does the conclusion overreach? These checks help ensure logical soundness. Mastering syllogisms and logical fallacies is key for critical thinking. A syllogism is your blueprint, while awareness of fallacies helps you avoid pitfalls. Valid reasoning requires proper structure and true premises.